Hey, how you doing? Austin here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you 3 of the best growth stocks right now that you might want to look at investing. Here's what's going on with these stocks. Number 1, they are hitting their 52-week highs right now. They are all trending above their 50-day moving averages, and they're all trending above their 200-day moving averages. They are all trending up. You're going to see from their charts that you can look and they're all hitting their higher highs, higher lows, and you can channel the stock, you can see and invest in, and I'm going to show you and tell you exactly how to invest in these guys, set up a trailing stop loss, when you should buy, and maybe even when you should look at selling if a particular couple of events happen. We're going to cover all that in this video because I want to help you do something very, very simple. I want to help you make more money in the stock market. That is my goal. That is why I've created this channel. That's why I do these videos. And actually, these videos make you aware of stocks that frankly are not even on your radar. Why I bring you these particular stocks is because they're trending high, they have momentum, they have massive trend behind them, and they have a very easy chart to follow that can show you, and you can see if you even want to buy and sell at different levels, you can see off of the trend line, the historical perspective, how it's hitting higher highs and higher lows. I have people that follow these particular stocks and they just basically channel them. They sell at certain levels, buy at certain levels. I don't really recommend that. I'm more of a buy and hold kind of guy. So I like to basically look at these stocks, buy them, and then set a price the day I buy them, an exit price, and then make sure that I have a contingency plan in place just in case the stock does drop a little bit, that I'm covering any short-term losses that might happen. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. So if that's of interest to you, stick around. Also, please remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. And if you've never seen me before or stopped by, consider subscribing to the channel, become part of the community. I'm a 30-year investor. I bring you videos like this, again, to help you make more money, as well as news update videos. We look at charts. We do a lot of stuff. I even bring you the occasional penny stock video. So if any of that's of interest to you, stick around, subscribe. Please drop a like on this video if you get value out of it. And with all that said, let's go see what I got for you. Here we go. This one's going to be fun. Now, just to set the stage, in case you've never seen this video before, see me how I do these, I want to set the stage. The chart you see on your screen here is an example of a chart from a company that you don't want, okay? So here's my criteria. I'll throw up a graphic for you so to understand how this all plays out. Number 1, we want to invest in companies that have a tremendous amount of momentum and that they're hitting their 52-week highs. They are trading above their 50-day moving average. And in this example you see, again, this is an example of a stock we don't want, but I have to use this for kind of educational purposes. The green line on this chart is the 50-day moving average, okay? So part of what we want for these stocks is we do want the stock to be trending up and moving past its 50-day moving average, okay? We also want the stock to be above its 200-day moving average, which on this particular line here is the blue line, okay? So that's the criteria for how I pick these stocks and how I bring them to you, all right? So why am I showing you this? Because this is an example of a stock that you do not want. You can see that the stock hit a high on February 10th of approximately, it was like at $3 and change, but you can see from there it trended down massively, okay? Also what you see is you see a couple little scenarios where the stock started trying to trend back up. Well, when you have a stock that's starting to trend down and the momentum is trending down, the people that bought in up here, they're freaking out, right? And they're looking at like, oh my God, I need to get out of this stock. And so when the stock starts to blip, keyword blip, use it today in sentence. When the stock starts to move back up, selling pressure will come into effect because all these people are trying to get out and minimize losses and just get the heck out, right? So that selling pressure continues to push the stock down. And again, we hit even higher lows or lower lows. Excuse me, I said that wrong. We hit lower lows and lower highs, right? So you start to see that continue to happen here and right here. Now, this trend line moving back up, somebody might say, hey, Austin, why don't you, maybe it's bottomed out and you can start to invest back up. If that's how you want to roll, cool. To me, that's way too much of a speculative play. Again, this is momentum trending investing, right? We want to catch and ride stocks that are already trending up and already moving up, okay? So if you want, for example, if you see one that's like this, might set it as a watch stock to watch it, and the minute it passes its 50-day moving average, and heading towards its highs, then that might be an example of a stock you may want to invest in and maybe catch, boom, right as it passes that 50-day moving average as an example. All right, so what are the stocks that I have for you that actually look really good? Remember, this is what we don't want, right? Okay, So right here is an example of what we do want. You can see a noticeable and dramatic difference. And look at this stock. This is one of the most beautiful charts that I've actually seen in a long time. Remember, the green line is the 50-day moving average. The blue line is the 200-day moving average. And look how the stock is almost, not almost, it is. Look at it. Look at how it's channeling above its 50-day. It's almost, again, I'm using the word, I keep saying that. It is creating these nice little channels, but look, it's got higher highs and higher lows. As it continues to move up, it just continues to trend real nicely, okay? So I know people that like to invest in this kind of what they call channeling strategy. Well, they'll buy it here, sell it here. Buy it here, sell it here. I don't know. To me, that feels like a lot of work. I'd rather just buy it and hold it and move. But you also see the green line is acting as a support line as well as it continues to move up, and it's just now hitting its 52-week high. Again, this is SLM Corp. Ticker is SLM. Go check it out and do yourself. Do your own technical fundamental analysis. Stock's currently trading at around 1871. Okay, and you can see it's just a really nice trend line. Now, I want to talk about how do you know when to get in and when to buy stock and when to sell it? Okay, again, you could say, okay, right here, you could buy in as an example on their 52-week high. Or you could look at this and go, you know what? I see from the pattern of the stock that it may dip down into maybe the $16 or the next kind of move down. So maybe you set a price target that if it hits, let's see, it's currently trading at 19. Maybe if it hits like 1875 or something, if you're wanting to maybe buy it on a little bit of a dip, you can kind of wait. Either that or you buy it here at this 52-week high. Although you can see there's a pretty significant channel pattern developing. So I might, if I was going to buy this one, I might give it a little bit of leeway, set a market order for a certain price. And just kind of set my price at, say, $19, something like that. And when it hits, let it execute, take a small bullish position, and then immediately put a trailing stop loss on it for maybe 15, 20%, so that if it does drop 15 or 20%, you are minimizing and minimizing downside risk. In this scenario, you would do it even for maybe, 15%, give or take. So that way it would automatically execute and sell, and you would minimize losses in that scenario. So the second part around buying these stocks is the day you get in it, you need to set a price target for when you want to exit it. So you might say, hey, I want to make 3 times my money off of this. So take 18.73, multiply it times 4, and that's your exit price. Whatever that is, don't do math in public. You know what? I'll do it for you. So if we do 1873, let's say we bought it at 1873 times 4, that would mean 74.92 would be our exit price. So we could set and make note set that would be our price. Now that's for a 3x return. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe you only want a 1.5 return. That's up to you as far as when you would sell. The other scenario you would sell is if the stock moves below its 50-day moving average. So set yourself a notification with your broker. You can do that in a lot of them where if it hits a certain price target, it needs to be a trailing. Because as you can see, the 50-week moving average moves up. So you can set triggers appropriately for that. Okay, so that's SLM. The next one is an old favorite of mine. I love this I love this stock. I've invested in these guys off and on for the years. Old Dominion Freight Line. Ticker is ODFL. Currently trading at around $250 and change. And you can see again, green line is 50-day. Blue line is 200-day, and you can see right here that it passed on February 4th. It passed its 50-day moving average, which made it eligible, and then it started to really trend very nicely. It's trending up, and it's starting to really, again, it's hitting its 52-week highs, and it's really looking well and looking good. Okay, so that's another great example. Old company, relatively been around forever, trucking, something that we're going to continue to need forever in the United States, right? So this is a great company. They've hit their 52-week highs. Quite a few times over the years. Just a really good performing overall company. So go check them out. Look at additional fundamental and tech analysis if you would. But again, my goal is to make you aware of these guys. All right. Last one is another one similar to our first one. Is I got a really nice looking trend line moving. Again, green is 50-day, blue is 200-day moving average, hitting its 52-week high of 95.11. 50-day moving average right now is 86.44, 86.60, excuse me, and moving up nicely. Again, trying to hit, but what you can see on this one is you can see that every now and then the stock tests its 50-day moving average, right? And that absolutely unequivocally is offering it's acting as a support line for this stock. So right here in this scenario, let's say you owned it here, you would have most likely sold if it crosses its 50-day and then immediately bounce back and buy back in to minimize maybe those downside risks and then those downside losses. That's what I love about momentum investing, guys. And I apologize, I didn't even tell you what the stock was. It's Life Storage. Ticker symbol is LSI, currently trading at around 95.21. Go check them out as well. Do some little bit more diligence. My goal is real simple, is to make you aware of these guys with this video. So let's now move over and have some final thoughts. So look, I hope you enjoyed this video. I bring you these videos about every 2 or 3 days, give or take, as well as the occasional penny stock video. I am a firm, major believer in momentum trending investing, where these stocks are presenting charts like we talked about, like you've seen. And you know, it's just a great way to invest. I've invested this way for years. I've made a ton of money doing this type of investing, which is why I wanted to bring it to this channel. I haven't really seen anybody else on YouTube talking about kind of investing like this. I'm sure that there are. There's a tremendous amount of people creating stock-related content here on YouTube. But I think I view it as a real simple value add for you guys and for you, and to help you maybe make you aware of companies you wouldn't invest in. And so that's my goal. And some of these companies are boring as heck, but you know, there's nothing wrong with it. They make money. I mean, look at Old Dominion. Nothing flashy, nothing sexy. It's trucking. They're just one of the major players in that market, and they do it really well, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did get value out of it, please drop a like on it, and consider subscribing if you haven't been. I'm here for you, 30-plus year investor, and my goal is real simple, to help you make more money. All right, let's go do it. Go make some money. See you. Bye.